Last week from our top five, from the big five, yes, the results didn't pan out as we had hoped for. And in the EPL, yes, the EPL did not disappoint. Manchester City defeating Newcastle by 4 goals to nil. More than one goal was scored in that encounter. Omar Mamouche, yes, remember Omar Mamouche, who used to play for Frankfurt. I think Frankfurt, yes, was recently bought in the general transfer window to Manchester City. He scored a hat-trick in that one. Juventus, yes, Juventus defeated Inter by 1 goal to nil. Inter are not doing themselves justice because they need to keep pace with Napoli if they want to win the Serie A title. But kudos to Juventus and Thiago Motta. They defeated Inter by 1 goal to nil. Our prediction didn't come to the fore because we did say more than one goal will be scored in that one. It was just a solitary goal. And in La Liga, we did say yes, one draw, no bet. Barca to defeat Real Vallecano. Barca did justice to that tie. They defeated Real Vallecano by 1 goal to nil. Marseille, yes, Marseille blew away Saint-Etienne. We said one draw, no bet. Marseille doing justice. They defeated Saint-Etienne by 5 goals to 1. Fantastic result for Roberto De Zerbi side. Yes, they defeated Saint-Etienne by 5 goals to 1. If you ask me, I will believe that Marseille would have been gunning for the league title if PSG didn't exist. Yes, PSG does exist, so Marseille should be making do with second place. Leverkusen, Bayern Munich played out a goalless draw. We were hoping for more than one goal to be scored. No goal was actually scored. And in that encounter, normally they used to score goals. I don't know what happened on the night. Probably Bayern had one eye on their Champions League playoff fixture, so probably they didn't come all out, all guns blazing. But then again, we got 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5, is that a good result? For me, it's not. So let's go for 5 from 5 this week. And that brings us to the start of our show. Yes, you know what time it is. It is Sports 360, and I'm your host, Marco Sifo. Yes, we're starting off this week's edition with the NBA. Yes, the LBA All-Star Weekend has come and gone. Loads of controversies, loads of talking points. We start off with the NBA being the second least watched NBA All-Star game of all time, despite most of the format of the event seeing changes to try to boost ratings. Yes, they tried to boost ratings by changing most of the formats. Loads of people were not used to it. Some saw them as terrible and whatnot, but then again, who knows, might just be the start of something big. In the skills challenge, we saw Chris Paul and Victor Wembanyama got disqualified for trying to cheat the course, and fans noticed it and started booing the San Antonio Spurs duo. It was actually a pathetic sight to behold in the All-Star Weekend. Well, at the end of it all, Cleveland Cavalier duo of Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell walked away with the skills competition crown. Mark McClung, yes, Mark McClung, you remember the man who won last year's dunk contest. He won the one before that as well. He made history as the first to repeat the dunk contest championship. What I mean is he has won it back to back. Yes, congratulations to the young man. In one of his dunks, McClung leaped over a car, picking up the basketball in mid-air and slamming it home. On each dunk attempt, he received a perfect score of 50, practically blowing away all the judges. The man, through his dunking exploits, has tripled his earnings made from his playing career. Yes, his playing career has not given him what 3 dunk contests have given him. Yes, remember, he has not even played up to more than 5 games in the NBA. He currently plays for the Orlando Magic, and he is not finding a space in their roster. In the 3-point contest, Tyler Hero wins. Yes, Miami Heat star shooting guard defeated Bobby Hill and Darius Garland in the final round. Damian Lillard fell short of making it a 3-peat. Yes, he also wanted to go back to back. But in the 3-point contest, he fell short in the first round. Yes, and we say congratulations to Tyler Hero for winning the 3-point contest. Then in the All-Star game, which is the main event of the weekend, Team Shaq wins the All-Star game and Stephen Curry wins the MVP. Yes, MVP, the most valuable player of the All-Star game. It debuted loads of new formats and ultimately got criticized. Yes, everybody is wary of something new, but hopefully it catches on and becomes something big. This year, for the first time in history, a new format featuring a 14-minute tournament, yes, and a first to 40 basis was introduced for an All-Star game that received mixed reviews. A basketball legend coached each of the 14. Charles Barkley coached the Chuck Global Stars, Shaq coached the Shaq OGs, Kenny Smith coach the Kenny Young Stars, and Candice Parker, yes, Candice Rising Stars. In the semi-finals, we saw Chuck's Global Stars coming up against Kenny's Young Stars, and Chuck's Global Stars defeating Kenny Young Stars by 41 points to 32. Sharks OGs, yes, defeated Candice Parker's Rising Stars by 42 to 35 to make it into the final. So the final was played between Sharks Global All-Stars versus Sharks OGs. Yes, and in the final, Sharks OGs came out top with the All-Star Game MVP Stephen Curry scoring 12 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals. But Jason Tatum had the highest scoring for the OGs on the night with 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Organizers designed this format to bring back a competitive edge to the All-Star Game. Yes, we're moving over to the world of football. Yes, and in the Champions League, we saw second leg of the playoff games being played, but let's take a quick rundown of the first legs. Yes, in the first leg of the Champions League, Brest took on PSG, and PSG defeated them at home 3-0. In the second leg, yes, the reverse fixtures, we saw PSG blowing away Brest 7-0, 10 goals on aggregate. Can you imagine that? Brest this weekend, will they be able to pick themselves up and face their League One obstacle? Remains to be seen. Juventus defeating PSV in the first leg by 2-1, and in the reverse fixture, PSV also defeating Juve 2-1. The game went into extra time, and PSV came out top 3-1. Congratulations to PSV for making it to the round of 16. Man City got beaten at the Etihad by Real Madrid 3-2, and in the reverse fixture, Real Madrid, kudos to them and to Kylian Mbappe cannot stop scoring. Yes, Mbappe got a hat-trick in that one, defeating Manchester City by 3-1. Sporting CP, yes, remember, at home in Portugal, they were defeated by Borussia Dortmund 3-0. Dortmund already knew the tie was sealed, and they were professional enough to take the reverse fixture at home goalless. Yes, Sporting CP tried, but yes, they could not blow their house down. They upped and popped. Yes, the game ended goalless. Club Brugge defeating Atlanta in the first leg 2-1, and in the second leg, Atlanta got blown away at home by 3-1 by Club Brugge. Very, very surprising result, because everybody expected, me myself inclusive, that Atlanta will come back and take this tie. It didn't happen. Ademola Lookman was back. He was on the bench for Atlanta. He came in the second half. He got the consolatory goal, and also got a penalty kick which he threw away. And at the end of it all, Gasperini came out to say Ademola Lookman was the worst penalty taker he has ever seen. I don't know why he would say that, because he has taken 4 penalties and scored all 4. The designated penalty taker for Atlanta should be Retegui. Retegui has scored 2, missed 2. So I don't know why he would prefer Retegui over Ademola Lookman. AS Monaco lost at home to Benfica, and Benfica struggled because AS Monaco came fully prepared for that tie, but it ended 3-3. Benfica qualifying on aggregate 4-3. Celtic, we defeated Glasgow by Bayern Munich 2-1. No surprises there. But at the Alliance, Celtic came out all guns blazing, and they almost got a result against Bayern Munich. But at the end of the day, Bayern Munich salvaged a result, and yes, it ended 1-1 in favor of Bayern Munich because they took that tie 3-2 on aggregate. Yes, the surprising fixture of the night. Feyenoord defeating AC Milan in Holland in the first leg by 1-0. A goal scored in 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes of that encounter, and Milan couldn't recover. In the reverse fixture, Milan scored in the very first minute. Who else? Santiago Jimenez. Yes, remember Jimenez, the man that was signed from Feyenoord, getting the goal in that one. Didn't celebrate when he scored. Yes, then Theo Hernandez took a dive. Why did he take that dive? Especially when he was already on a yellow card, and he got his second yellow, yes, deservedly so, and got his matching orders. Feyenoord came back into it and drew that game 1-1. Feyenoord moving over to the round of 16. Yes, moving on to the round of 16 on an aggregate of 2-1. AC Milan are out. Yes, not just AC Milan, we're talking Atlanta, Juventus, 3 Serie A teams going out on the night, and it's a sad one for the Italian coefficient because it's really going to affect them. They were trying to go for the 5th place in the Champions League, and definitely that's not going to happen at this rate. And that's how it has been in the Champions League playoff rounds. Moving over to Europe, yes, the top 5 leagues. We saw weekend games being played. Yes, we saw Brighton taking on Chelsea. Brighton defeating Chelsea by 3-0. Not forgetting that they defeated Chelsea also in the FA Cup 4th round tie. We don't understand what's happening to Maresca and his Chelsea words. But remember, Maresca came out to say Chelsea are not ripe, yes, for the EPL title, and I want to believe that that was demoralizing. You are a Chelsea manager. Chelsea are serial winners. You cannot come out and say we are not ready to win yet. That is something that, for me, no Chelsea manager should have said. During the era of Abramovich, that would have ended you the sack, and it's very surprising what Chelsea is turning out into. Yes, Leicester City were defeated at home. Ruud van Nistelrooy's side climbing down the ladder instead of up. Arsenal defeating them by 2-0. Liverpool defeated Wolverhampton Wanderers by 2-1. Manchester City, yeah, blew away Newcastle 4-0. Remember, Umamamush scoring 3 in that one. Spurs defeating Manchester United. I wanted to say that was a very big result, but according to United fans who said, you guys are nothing special, we get beaten every week. So basically, there's nothing to applaud Spurs for, because United themselves have admitted that yes, they are used to losing these days. So no big deal there. And midweek we saw Aston Villa holding Liverpool to a 2-2 draw. This weekend we're going to see Everton take on Manchester United. If you had asked me this fixture 6 months ago, I would have said Manchester United will blow Everton away. But since Moyes took the at Everton are a resurgent side, and I want to believe that Everton will get a result at Merseyside in this one. It will be a win or draw for me for Everton. Arsenal will be taking on West Ham. I want to believe that Arsenal will be too strong for West Ham. Ipswich Town taking on Spurs. The problem with Spurs is when they see the top 6, they're a totally different side. And when they see the smaller teams, no disrespecting Ipswich, yes, Spurs, we don't know which team will turn up. But I want to believe that Spurs should be able to get the result. See that a win or draw for Spurs. Aston Villa will be taking on Chelsea for me. Aston Villa should be able to get a result against Chelsea. It's a win or draw for Aston Villa. Newcastle, Nottingham Forest. I don't know what's going to happen in that one, but I do believe that goals will be scored in that one. So if you're a fan of goals, yes, stay tuned for Newcastle, Nottingham Forest. Manchester City will be taking on Liverpool. This is a tough one because we also do not know which Manchester City will turn up for this encounter. Pep Guardiola's side have been a yo-yo side this season, going up 1 week and the next week going down. We do not understand who will be coming out victorious in this one, but I want to believe that Liverpool should be at least able to get a win or a draw from this one. And I'm straight to the Serie A. Last weekend we saw Atlanta playing Cagliari and then ending up goalless. Yes, goalless draw for that one. And Ademola Lookman didn't play in that encounter. Atlanta, without Ademola Lookman, looks a very different side. Yes, they are never up to par when Ademola Lookman does not play. Lazio Napoli played out a 2-2 draw. That would have been a fantastic result for Inter Milan. If not for them falling short against Juventus defeating them by a 0-0. AC Milan defeating Hellas Verona by a 0-0. Fiorentina lost at home to Como. Yes, Fabregas led Como, defeating Fiorentina by 2-0. Fantastic result for Como. And Roma, yes, Claudionari's Roma defeating Parma at home 1-0. This weekend we're going to see Venezia taking on Lazio. I want to believe that Lazio should be too strong for Venezia. I'm going with a win or draw for Lazio. Torino, AC Milan, yes, it's going to be a very, very dicey one, but I want to believe that AC Milan needs to bounce back from their Champions League elimination and get a result at Torino. I want to believe that they will get a win or a draw in that one. Inter needs to pick themselves up after losing to Juventus. I want to believe that they should be too strong for Genoa. I'm going with a 1 draw, no bets. Como Napoli, never write off Como. Napoli needs to keep getting results to put the chasing pack at bay. I want to believe that Napoli will get a win or draw in this one, but then again, it's going to be a very tricky tie. Verona, Fiorentina needs to pick themselves up and get a result at Verona. I want to believe that it's a win or draw for Fiorentina. Empoli, Atlanta. If Ademola Lookman decides to play in this one, because yes, I know he will be angry at his coach Gasperini. If he does play in this one, I want to believe that they should be able to get a win or a draw against Empoli. And lastly, Cagliari will be taking on Juventus. Yes, I want to believe that Juventus, yes, should be too strong for Cagliari. So it will be a win or a draw. If not, 2 draw, no bet for Juventus. In the La Liga, we saw Real Betis defeating Sociedad. Real Sociedad 3-0. Betis doing fantastically well. Remember, they have Anthony in their ranks, and Anthony seems to have found his feet in Betis. Yes, Osasuna Real Madrid played out a 1-1 draw. I want to believe that result ended up that way because Real Madrid had one eye on the Champions League fixture against Man City. Atletico Madrid played out a 1-1 draw against Celta Vigo. Villarreal also played out a 1-1 draw with Valencia. Espanyol as well played out a 1-1 draw with Atletico Bilbao. So many 1-1 draws in the La Liga last weekend. And on Monday, Barca defeating Rayo Vallecano by a 0-0. Yes, that result meant Barca leapfrogs Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid to top the Laliga table. Yes, they're topping the Laliga table, though on goals difference, but at least if the league were to end today, they will be crowned champions. This weekend fixtures, we're going to see Valencia taking on Atletico Madrid. I want to believe that Atletico Madrid will get a result in that. It's a win or a draw for them. For me, Las Palmas will be taking on Barca. I want to say 2 draw, no bet. Atletico Bilbao will be taking on Real Valladolid. Bilbao should be able to also get a result against Valladolid. Real Madrid is 1 draw, no bet for me against Girona. Yes, Girona are not the team that we saw last season. Getafe will be taking on Betis. Betis should be too strong for them. Anthony keeps going on, and I want to believe that they will be difficult to stop. So I want to say it's Betis. 2 draw, no bet. Real Sociedad will be taking on Leganés. Real Sociedad for me should be able to get a win or draw in this one. And now we're jetting off straight to France. Yes, in France last weekend we saw Marseille Blue Saint-Etienne away 5 goals to 1. Monaco defeating Nantes 7-1. 7-1. Can you imagine that? Toulouse were defeated at home by PSG 1 goal to 0. Rennes were also defeated at home by Lille 2 goals to 0. Lens were also defeated at home by Strasbourg 2 goals to 0. Strasbourg, one of my favorite sides, Marseille inclusive. Montpellier were defeated by Lyon 4 goals to 1. Yes, that was a whooping result for Lyon. This weekend we're going to see Rennes taking on Reims. Lille will be up against Monaco. Auxerre will be taking on Marseille. Marseille for me should get a win or draw in that one. Lyon taking on PSG. Wow. Lyon, who defeated Montpellier 4-1 last weekend. I don't see them getting past PSG. It's a 2 draw, no bet for me. Nantes will be taking on Lens. And finally, Strasbourg will be up against Brest. I don't know if Strasbourg will be able to defeat Brest. If Brest will be able to pick themselves after a 10-0 aggregate defeat to PSG. But I do believe Strasbourg will score in that one. They are always scoring goals. You hardly find them not scoring in any encounter. And lastly, from the Bundesliga. Yes, last weekend game saw Augsburg and Leipzig played out a goalless draw. Bochum defeating Dortmund 2 goals to 0. Maybe Dortmund were thinking about the Champions League, and that's why they got defeated by Bochum 2-0. Leverkusen Bayern ended goalless. Frankfurt defeating Austin Kiel by 3 goals to 1, and Stuttgart were defeated at home by Wolfsburg 2 goals to 1. This weekend we're going to see Leverkusen away to Austin Kiel. I want to believe that 2 draw, no bet for Leverkusen. Dortmund will be taking on Union Berlin. I hope Dortmund will be ready for this encounter. Leipzig will be taking on Heidenheim. Bayern will be up against Frankfurt as it goes in that one. And Hoffenheim will be taking on Stuttgart. And that's how it's been. That's how the games that will be played this weekend in the top 5 major leagues in Europe. And lastly, before we leave, we're going to give you our top 5 from the Big 5. Yes, prediction time. Top 5 from the Big 5 will hit you right after this. Yes, it's our top 5 from the Big 5. This week on our top 5 from the Big 5, we're starting off with the EPL. Yeah, we're kicking it things off in England. Yes, Arsenal will be taking on West Ham, and for me, that will be 1 draw, no bets. In the Serie A, we have Cagliari taking on Juventus. Yes, I want to believe that Cagliari will face the wrath of Juventus after Juventus got eliminated from the UCL. Yes, Juventus, 2 draw, no bet for me. In La Liga, Real Madrid will be taking on Girona. I would have loved to say a straight win for Real Madrid, but I'm going with 1 draw, no bet. Yes, like we rightly said, Girona are not the team from last season. So Real Madrid, especially boosted by their qualification over Manchester City in the UEFA Champions League, I want to believe that Real Madrid will be really ready to go. Yes, remember Kylian Mbappe came off in the second half over Vinicius Junior. They started resting all their big guns for this encounter, and I want to believe that Girona will definitely be unprepared for what's going to hit them come the weekend. Bundesliga, Austin Kiel will be taking on Leverkusen. For me, I want to believe that Leverkusen will be too strong for Austin Kiel, so it's another 2 draw, no bet. And in Ligue 1, Lyon will be taking on PSG. Yes, Lyon are also doing good things, but I want to believe that PSG, after defeating Brest 10 goals to 0 on aggregates, yes, they will be too ready for this encounter. And I want to give the sign of the cross for Lyon, because definitely they are going to face a very informed PSG, and it will be difficult for them to get anything out of this one. So I'm going with 2 draw, no bet. And on that note, we say thank you for staying tuned. It has been Sports 360. I've been your host, Marco Sifu, and we'll be doing this again next week. Keep it locked. Same place, same time. But don't forget to always drop us a comment, press that like button, and remember to share.